Post holing sucks. If you're backpacking in deep snow, you definitely need some snowshoes. Stay tuned and we'll figure out which ones are best for you. Thanks for tuning in for part 3 of our 4-part series on how to keep your feet warm while winter backpacking. The first part was boots and shoes. I'll put a link up above for that. The second part was crampons. I'll put another link up there for that. But today we're going to talk about snowshoes. There's a lot of different types of snowshoes and varieties. It can be a little overwhelming. You have to take a bunch of different things into account before you buy snowshoes. First of all, where are you going to be hiking? Are you going to be hiking out on an open flat prairie like this, or across a frozen lake that's nice and flat? Or are you going to be going up mountains? Are you going to be going through the woods? Are you going to be on fluffy snow? Are you going to be on dense packed snow? Is it going to be icy? There's a lot of different things. How much do you weigh? That's another factor before you buy your snowshoes. Let's dive in a little bit. First of all, I want to talk a little bit about traditional snowshoes. So the traditional snowshoes a lot of them look old. They've been around forever. They're wood with laces across, kind of look like a tennis racket. There are actually several different varieties of those type of traditional snowshoes. The different shapes that they come in are the bear paw, modified bear paw, Huron, Ojibwe, and Alaskan. I'll put a link down below for more information about the different types of traditional snowshoes. But those snowshoes are mainly for out in a terrain like this where it's flat. They're much bigger, a little bit harder to maneuver around in because they're bigger. But that bigger size lets you float on top of the snow instead of sinking in. The other part of traditional snowshoes is, they aren't made for the mountainous terrain and big hills because they don't have crampons or the traction. They're just made for floating on top of the snow. Now I have the MSR Evo snowshoes. I really love them, but they aren't really made for deep snow out on the prairie. They're more for technical hiking in the woods. The MSR Evo snowshoes are a very popular snowshoe. They cost $140 at REI. They weigh 3 pounds, 7 ounces. They're 22 inches long, 8 inches wide. They have a plastic deck, rubber bindings, steel crampons, and a steel traction railing running along the bottom. The maximum weight load is recommended at 180 pounds. These MSR Evo snowshoes are very popular just because they're easy to get. They're a very good beginner snowshoe because they're easy to walk in because they're nice and small. The only problem is they're rated for 180 pounds. I'm about 190 pounds without my backpack and my boots on, and I don't float at all in the deep snow. Now you can buy some tails on them that add another 6 inches onto the snowshoe that are supposed to give you more lift. However, I think I'm still over that weight limit, and the tails really don't do a whole lot for me. Putting the tails on the MSR Evo snowshoes is quite simple. All you have to do is slip it over these 2 bolts and crank down the handle, and you're all set to go. A common problem that people make when they first put on snowshoes is you don't realize with these type of bindings you can't really walk backwards because your tails tuck in. Another problem that people often have is they try to turn too quick and they step on top of the snowshoe. It isn't so bad with these little ones. With the bigger snowshoes, it's more of an issue. The other thing that you should know about that I've learned the hard way is when you're backpacking with 30 pounds on your back and you fall down, you're kind of like a turtle. It's hard to get back up. So, genius tip of the day, don't fall down. The MSR modern snowshoes are a good starter snowshoe for most people because most people are going to be hiking on a trail just like this, where it's going to be packed down. It may be icy, so you need that grip. You're not going to be sinking in. So, yeah, they're just great because they're easy also to walk in, and there isn't a whole lot of training to it. I would recommend that most people have trekking poles because they can help you keep your balance, as well as they make things a little bit easier when you're using your arm muscles as well. Now, of course, the bad part with these snowshoes is when you get off in that deep snow, most people are going to be over that weight limit and sink in. Now, having the snowshoe on will keep that snow off your boot more. And also, if you're going through some really deep snow and rough terrain, there may be some rocks under that snow or logs where you may twist your ankle if you just had the boot on. But if you have that bigger area underneath your foot, it's a little bit easier to walk over those obstacles. So I've had my MSR Evo snowshoes for over 3 years now, and I really like them. They're lightweight, they're affordable, they're durable, they're versatile with the tails you can add on. They're a really good snowshoe. But you should get what suits your needs. I'd love to hear if you have snowshoes, some of your stories of what snowshoes you have and why you like them or don't like them. Comment down below, and I'd like to read those. So next week we're going to have the final part of the 4-part series on how to keep your feet warm while winter backpacking. Next week I'm going to talk a little bit about gaiters. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe down there. That'd be a really great thing for me. Like these other 2 videos, go ahead and watch them. But man, it's a beautiful day out. Get out in the woods, keep your feet warm. We'll see you next time.